Good day, Simmers! Welcome once again to SIMantha's FreePlay channel. And for today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to create or build a floating room. Now, the floating room glitch is possible with the use of a bay window. If you don't have bay windows yet in the home store, but you have sandy suburbs, you can get one from the Wellsprings Library or from the Tumbleweed Terrace. You also need to make sure that you have already completed the multi-story renovations quest to be able to do this glitch. So to start with, let's build a room on the first floor. This is, say for example, you want a 6x4 room that's floating. So underneath it, you should be building an 8x4. It's one room larger than the floating room. We are in build mode right now, and let me just go ahead and create that room on the first floor or on the ground floor. And while I'm doing that, let me tell you that there are actually a couple of types of bay windows that I have in my home store, and later on I will show you both of them and which one we're going to be using. There's actually a bay window that we had gotten from the Claus compound last December. That's like the box type bay window, but we're not going to be using that for this episode. I'm going to create a separate one on how to do the glitch using that. For this one, we're going to be using the basic bay window. So let me show you the one from Claus compound for those who haven't seen it yet. I'm going to attach it to the room that I have created on the ground floor, so you have at least an idea on what I'm not going to be using for this episode. So it looks a little something like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the other bay window, the one that we're gonna be using, but I'll let you take a look at what it looks like. So if you don't have this in your home store and you're gonna get it from the Wellsprings Library, for example, you'll know what to look for. So let me just attach it to the room. And there you have it. That's the bay window that you will need to look for. Next, we're going to move on to doing the floating room glitch. Once the room on the first floor is done and the bay window has been attached, we will need to add the second story to the building. It will automatically take you into room mode, and from here we are going to build the first 2x1 room right on top of the bay window, and you can only build on those two boxes in the middle. And let me show you what it looks like initially. Now let's go back to build mode, and we're gonna continue with building the rest of the floating room. And on build mode, we're gonna need to go down to the first floor, because from here we will need to move the bay window 2 spaces forward. We always need to move it 2 spaces after we've created the initial room on top. So we go back to the second floor, and as you can see, we now have additional space where we can extend the room. And just the same, we go back to the first floor, exit room mode, move the bay window 2 spaces, and then go back to the second floor and then extend the room further. Once you reach the last couple of spaces on the second floor, we are going to go down again to the first floor and then go into room mode. But this time, we're not going to be moving the bay window. We're going to size it down by 1 room. And then from here, we go back to the second floor, and then we click on the L-shaped room function so that we can extend the room forward. The L-shaped room function is the yellow circle to the right with an X in the middle. If you haven't unlocked the L-shaped room function, you can visit Lee the mechanic at the nightclub, and she's the lady in yellow overalls. And basically this is everything we will need to do over and over again until we're down to the last space in the room. So I'm going to just let you go through the video as I finish the floating room on the second floor. So as you can see, we have already completed the 6x4 room on the second floor, but this is still attached to one more space of the room at the bottom. All you need to do is to just delete the room and you will have your floating room. Let you take a look at it after I delete the room below. And there you go, there's your floating room. So apart from the tutorial with the other bay window, I'll also create a video on how Sims can access the floating room. Thank you for watching and happy simming.